Greetings one and all, this is Rhythm Works and welcome to my channel with some more Destiny gameplay action. This time is the Crota's Raid. It is not the hard raid, it is the normal raid, because at the time of recording I was with my mate Bulldog, who you see here, me reviving, Bulldog 29, and we was more or less warming up on this one so we can get into the hard raid. Now, this video is in continuation to the video that I posted in relation to the top tip for a great raid experience. Now, my experience of the raid is not that great. To be perfectly honest with you, including this raid, it is my third raid. Now, people can scoff at that, but I don't give two shits at the end of the day. It's what it is, you know what I mean? I don't have the need to lie. It's my third raid. But that doesn't mean to say that I don't enjoy it. I do enjoy it, but, you know, of the 30% of the time that I enjoy it, there's 70% of the time when I don't enjoy it, and for various reasons. First of all, when I enter into a raid, it is obvious that I haven't done it as much. With the Vault of Glass raid, I know how the raid works on both normal and hard. I've done them on both. But with this raid, I've never done it before, simply because we've never coordinated ourselves to do it at the right time on the right day, as it were. Because the raid, you know, it takes some doing. And for me, I like to do raids early evening. I don't want to do raids like late at night when I'm more or less at my most near enough horizontal and at my most fatigue. It doesn't make sense, because I don't want to hear nobody shouting in my ears over no bullshit, over no fucking polygons. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it, don't want to fucking hear it. So I rather play in the early evening where I'm at my most vertical, so to speak, and I'm at my most alert. But the one thing that I seem to encounter a lot, right, is passive aggressive elite players, right, and cheese. Now, the passive aggressive elite players, they all have to start from somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying? They all have to start from somewhere. And because they know how to do it, it's like, in order for them to explain to the likes of me, who hasn't done the Crota Raid, it's almost like they want to tell me the whole process within 1 minute and 30 seconds and expect me to retain that shit in my head. Of course, that's not going to work, because you didn't retain that shit in your head when you first played it. And the thing about me, I am a social gamer. I am a staunch advocate of cooperative gaming, hands down, more than anything else. And I like the social aspect of gaming. But when it comes to the raid, there's a different beast and a different creature in some gamers that I just can't fucking tolerate. I just can't deal with them. You know what I mean? For example, I was doing a Vault of Glass raid, and this doesn't even count to the ones that I've done, completed, right? I was doing a Vault of Glass raid with a bunch of guys, and they were German, and the leader of the fire team spoke perfect, fluent English. The rest of the guys, they spoke English, but it was kind of broken to some degree. But you can understand what they're saying in a roundabout way. So they more or less left it to the team leader, the fire team leader, to be the leader and to speak more or less as to what we need to do. And he was very, very articulate in what we needed to do. But then something else happened. One of the other guys in the fire team basically asked in German, not knowing that I do know German, what my race was. And he answered, and then he basically said something that I really didn't like after that, and I just left. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I came into the raid just wanting to know how to do the raid. I came into the raid with universal respect, politeness, and courtesy. And they're coming up with some fucking what is his race bullshit. And for me, that doesn't work for me at all, on any level. Do you know what I'm saying? It don't work for me. So I left, you know, had nothing to do with the game. And this is what I'm talking about. You know, passive aggressive people that might seem, you know, they might seem amiable and easygoing, but they have a dirty, stinking fucking attitude, right? Which if you don't speak another language, you won't get it. It went over your head. And my brethren, who is also black, was in the same fire team, and he didn't even realize, because he don't speak German, and I do, because I studied my lessons in school, unlike some. No, I'm only kidding. But that was an example. And another example of going into the raid is where you meet up with people who just don't have the time. They don't have the time and they don't have the fucking patience, right? So you get into a game like with this one. I got into this game 2/3 of the way through, and I specifically told my brethren I want to do Crota's Raid, I want to do the normal raid, and I want to do the hard raid. The only way I'm going to learn how to do it is to do it from the beginning. And you will find that a lot of these people, they can't be asked. They just cannot be asked. They cannot be asked to start the freaking raid from the beginning. So you're jumping in 2/3 of the way through and they expect you to do what they are telling you to do. You know, they go towards the chest and get the shit, and I'm thinking, well, hold on a second, I'm just walking over to get a chest here. I'm not learning anything about no combat, no skills, no nothing. I'm just getting a chest with exotics or legendaries or what have you. And I don't feel I've achieved anything because I'm part of this freaking cheese conspiracy. I'm a part of this mozzarella, gorgonzola, cheddar and red Leicester conspiracy, man. That is not working with me. It's just not working with me. I'm not about cheese. I'm just one of these old school players. I will just jump in a game and play it and play it and play it. If I like a game but I suck at it, it's down to me and up to me to enhance my skill set and make myself better than what I am at present, to retain or attain a skill set or a skill level that will be complementary to my teammates. That's how it works for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like all this cheese and glitching bullshit. Why buy a game to basically glitch and to freaking cheese? That's like you buying a freaking Lamborghini and you hotwiring the car when you got a set of freaking keys. It makes no sense to me. But anyway, it's just down to your preference. But with the raid, I got friends that just won't play it. They just won't play the raid because they feel the tension and they feel the abrasiveness of people that have no patience with new players. They feel that and it gets into them and it's like, no, I can't be dealing with that. This is part of my entertainment and leisure. Why am I going to go through stress dished out by other people on a platform that I control? Because I can turn it off or boot them out or jump out of the fire team, which is absolutely right. I totally wholeheartedly agree with that. So for me, what it's about for me is being sociable with people, but also just having manners, just showing manners. Just show basic, decent freaking manners, because nothing out of this game has any financial value. I can understand if we're on this and we're on an esports team and this and that, and we stand to win $250,000 or £250,000. I will understand that, but at least we would have to warm up and know what each other are doing first. But in this situation, I'm not earning no money from this. In fact, I got to pay electricity bill. I got to pay electricity bill for the uses of electricity in order for me to make the video and to present the video to you in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really stressing myself out. But the one thing for me is common courtesy. I totally am from the old school where common courtesy counts. I don't care if it's in a video game lobby or down the fucking street. At the end of the day, it doesn't cost. Manners does not freaking cost. And I do believe at the end of the day, you don't ask, you don't get. But don't be one of these elitist vaginas that ain't got no freaking time for people, because you had to learn how to do the raid just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Just because you know how to do the raid, that doesn't make you better than me when you're acting like a dick. You know what I'm saying? That's just my way of thinking. That's just how it works in my house. You know what I'm saying? So the raid, like I keep saying, if you want to do the raid, just know what it involves when you meet up with certain people. If you have a group of people on the same level, the same skill set as you, I think at the end of the day that you will have a better time, even though you might get killed and wasted numerous amount of times, but you will enjoy the game because you're on the same level, right? If you meet up with a fire team of elite players that knows what they're doing, they've done it like 20, 30, 40, 50 times, and they are patient and they will help you, then that's fine as well. I'm not saying that that situation doesn't exist, but it's few and far between because of the nature of the game, because of the repetition of the game, because of the whole grind. People just can't be bothered, and more time when they're basically cheesing on the game and then the cheese or the exploit is fixed, they're getting upset because of that. And that don't make no sense either. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Bungie did not make the game for so much freaking money for you to cheese like that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they don't want a minority of people to spoil the experience for the majority of people that wants to play the game in the correct way and the correct fashion. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I wholeheartedly agree with certain things that they don't include, like matchmaking for raids, for major raids. No matchmaking. I don't know why people are bitching about it. Right? I don't know why people are bitching about it. You know, there is no matchmaking for raids because they want to encourage fire team friends to build up a fire team and to play as a fire team. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is that they want to encourage people to become friends to play the mode of the game, which I am in total agreement with. You know, but you have these people, it's like, you know, they buy a game to want to exploit the game, and that just don't make no fucking sense. Makes no sense. Anyway, you can see me logging out because I was pissed off at that point. So that is it. That's all I can say for now in relation to the whole raid experience, man. Just be prepared. But anyway, that is it. That is me done for now. Adios, ladies and gentlemen, and whatever the game, media, platform, happy gaming. I really do mean that with the utmost sincerity. Happy gaming, ladies and gentlemen. And until I catch you on the next one, stay blessed. Magan.
Watch the ride.